that's the sound of freedom. Good morning. It's July 4th. For those in America, it's the 4th of July Independence celebration. For those across the pond, it's just another day at work. Here in Lehigh, we have a tradition of launching or setting off pyrotechnics at 6 a.m. Oh, there's another one as a salute to honor to our heroes. Today is also in the middle of the what's called the 12 Colonies special event, where the original 13 colonies have special operating stations, and plus they have one over in Great Britain. And so the contest is, I guess, to be able to work all 13 or some or all special event stations across the original 13 colonies of the United States. So I thought today, 4th of July, we got the day off. We're going to set up the hex beam in the backyard, and we'll give this a go. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the Buddiehex, and it comes with the lines on dual winders. So we'll set those aside. Got some instructions and the extra support cable. So the way it comes is this is the lines, it's all wrapped around the center mast. So, and these little ropes, if you're not really like ultra careful with them, they get tangled really bad. So, but they kind of wrap around, and then your parts of the hex just pop out. So I just got this old light stand, put some electrical tape on it, and it creates a pretty good base to set this up on. So the sections just go together like you would expect, like a tent pole. And each one has an attached rope that we just unhooked and tangled from everything else. One goes to the center, one goes to the next one. And they like getting hooked together. So they just go through that hole. And the toggle part, it kind of opens up. This will close the loop on all sections, including the open director side, because this is just the support. It'll be loose for a while until you get all your lines up. You want to find the center. This will be your open line. If you don't find your center, you'll end up setting them all off kind of funny. So we start with black to black and then gray. So we just grab the one with the black insulators. Now I have my center line. This will be my open. So at this point, I'm going to raise this so I don't have to crawl underneath it. makes it a little more accommodating. So you come to the black, so I'm on black and I'm using black, and it just kind of hooks. You go to the next one. I like starting off on the 6 meter side and working my way out. Some people like working on their way in. I think it's easier to work your way out. Not pulling too tight, but just making sure there's not much slack. Because you want to get on the right side of stuff like that with the director and the reflector. All right, starting now with the gray studs, gray clips, gray line. So pretty easy to not get your lines, your frequencies mixed up. All right, this is the Mastworks 10 meter. Now these guys, you double them so the toggles don't easily slip out. Okay, so with the Buddiehex, I'm not going to use this one or this one with the heavy load. So I am going to use, yeah, I'm not going to use the top two. And the third one, I'm not going to go fully extend. I'm going to go half extend. One of my 10 rules, guy first, antenna second. Otherwise, you put your antenna up, you turn around to guy it, and it's on the ground in probably disassembled pieces. I'm going to bring that top section down. I'm trying to remember what I did at field day. I got the perfect height at field day. I don't think I used that top section at all. So let's readjust that. So clamp, clamp, clamp. Be okay if I was putting a Buddiehex up there, or a buddy pole, or it was just a center fed horizontal dipole or something, where it was just holding up a coax and a ballon. This center thing seems to want to stick on this bottom one. Okay, I should have still appropriate tension on the blue line. So let's reset the yellow line. That looks a lot better. feel more comfortable with that with our lee-high winds. I won't leave this up. If we start getting any kind of wind, it's coming down, controlled. Don't have that much luck with Buddy, or not with Buddy, but with hex beams in general in high wind environments, as you can see up there. Sad. Okay, so for the opening, especially in the dark, it gets a little hard to tell the directional part of a hex beam. So I just put a little orange tape on the 2 poles that are my direction, and that way when I'm turning it, I just have to look for the orange opening. Helps a lot, especially in the dark. Okay, so I'm just going to walk into the opening, get past that cord, get it to come off my little jerry rig stand. Thanks, Jerry. All right, here we go. This is light enough. I'm just walking with it, balancing it on my shoulders, but really no overhead lines except those massive power lines that are pretty far away. There we go. And just push that button in. It falls in and locks in. Now we'll just crank it so I'm not fighting my coax. Perfect. All right. Up she goes. Top 3 are not used. This is where you get tangled up in all the cords. I changed my mind on that, didn't I? Right there, there's a bend in this pole, I swear. And another one feels like right there. Okay. Back up, see the work. Perfect. So this is where we're at. Band conditions, this is why I don't operate at home, and this is why I'm just probably going to take down my tower, because the noise level here is just crazy noisy. Like, I'm getting nothing on phone. Of course, I don't think the bands are that good. I just tuned into the Utah Web SDR listening, and a few stations out there, but things are really noisy, and my noise level here is an S9 over. So I've resorted to FT8 to try and make some contacts, and I can see a couple of the special event stations are on FT8 20 meters. Every time they call CQ, I jump in. I'm not sure if they're not hearing me, or it's just I'm just not the first in to get worked. And so I've just been at it for about an hour now, trying to get a hold of a couple of them. I can see a couple of them on there, and still not getting through. So we're going to give it another little bit here, and then we're going to shut it down for a little bit and try coming back later on. The problem is the Buddiehex is only a 20, so I could try and stretch using 20, see how late they go. I don't know what time they're going to kind of tune out of 20 and go to 40, so I may need to kind of stretch up a new antenna if I'm going to operate at night to try and get at least a couple of these stations. So K2K, come back. Come on, I got a good signal report on you. Negative K2, K2B, well, negative 13 dB. K2K, negative 9. You can still get it. K2H, 1 dB. I should be able to get K2H, but I'm not sure what's going on. We'll keep trying. Okay, so it's almost 11 o'clock on July 4th. Fireworks are ensuing outside. But, yeah, today skunked on all 13 colonies. Not even one colony on FT8. They are out there. They're on FT8. But just looking at the traffic, they barely call CQ. I've just tried calling them without CQ. Just logged another call. KM6GU0. So I'm making contacts on FT8, logging them. Just making sure that I am getting out and making contacts with people and hopefully getting some karma by answering other people's CQs. But yeah, so I've ran the Buddiehex. I've tried some dipoles. I'm now on a 40-meter dipole because it's night. 20 meters gone quiet. So we'll bow the tower tonight, and we'll try and maybe pick it up tomorrow after work. See if things calm down a little less demand maybe on the stations. But band conditions are just terrible here at the house. It's just noise floor S9 plus. So FT8's about the only way I'm going to be able to get any of these colonies. And it's just crowded with a lot of people that are wanting to get them. And it looks like even they're kind of quieting down for the night. It's getting pretty late over on the East Coast. So tomorrow's another day. Got till the July 8th. So I got 4 more days of kind of a temporary setup. And we'll just kind of work it as I can with my schedule. So let's go to another day now. Okay, fast forward 2 days. It's now Wednesday. Sorry, I'm just watching the log. The Great Britain station is being very elusive out there on 40, so I have to keep checking to see if they're popping up again. So yesterday the band's greatly improved. I was able to get 4 colony stations, so we have 4 in the books, and I'm just now trying to get back on here. It's late Wednesday night, and trying to see if we can grab a couple more stations. Like I said, the bands are looking a lot better. Yesterday, got all 4 colonies on the Buddiehex, 20 meters, around 9, 10 o'clock at night mountain. So in the dark, it was 20 was looking good. I'm over on 40 right now because that's where the special event stations seem to be sitting right now on FT8. So I'm going to just keep plugging away here and see what we can get. Okay, so actually fast forward now, it's Wednesday. I came out late last night and with the Buddiehex on 20 was able to knock out 4 colonies. So band conditions greatly improved from Monday. So I was able to get 4 colonies, and now I'm just out here again Wednesday night just trying to grab a few. Just got done recording with the ham radio workbench with George and the gang. That was fun to talk about field radio recap. So I'll look to my social medias. I'll post that when that episode drops. So we talked a little bit more about field day. And so right now I'm just kind of chasing down. They're out there. I'm just trying to get some more colonies. See how many we can get before the event ends in 2 days. So I got 2 more days to try and get a bunch more colonies. So I'll check back in tomorrow. Okay, so it's the end of the week, and we only were able to make those 4 colony special event station contacts. Seems like those were about the only 4 that were active on FT8, at least that I could see and hear from Utah. And so it was a pretty good exercise to get the Buddiehex out again, and also to try this. What I decided I think is going to work for a good field deployment with the Buddiehex is just to add a 40 meter inverted V dipole to the mast. So we have the MassWorks mast up with the buddy pole on top, and then we have the inverted V coming down. And so that's a pretty good option. It gives us that 40 meter plus the 6 through 20 from the Buddiehex. So this has been a fun week, just operating at night from the backyard. So with that, my name is John, W7DBO. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, get your gear and get outdoors, even if it's on your backyard. 73.